So
that's awesome.
but that brand is going to be coming out after we unveil my Reebok line.
Oh.
If you love Tiger Comics, Copper Age Gold.
So talk to us about your shoe line, man.
The shoe line is made by my man Mosh, who's done a lot of colorways and custom shoes for NFL players that you literally see wearing like the day of games and stuff.
Wow.
I went to a shop like not too long ago, and he had like something. He was just like, "Oh, I'm making these for Stephon Diggs. I'm making these for Bryce Young."
You're like, "Where's mine, man?"
Yeah. Well, like I wear them in the ring every week. So
that's awesome.
But that brand is going to be coming out after we unveil my Reebok line.
Oh.
That's going to be coming out soon.
Nice.
I believe February. It'll be shaped like the Iverson 3s.
Oh, wow.
Like the Bucks had their pumps.
Yeah.
So Swerve will have his Iverson 3s.
Nice.
Coming out. So like after we, like contract wise and all that stuff, like we're going to let that one roll out. And then afterwards we'll be able to roll out my personal shoe line.
Nice.
I'll be able to have for public consumption.
Dude, that's killer. How cool is it to have your own Reebok shoe, man? That's amazing.
It's unreal. So it's like I get to have my own swag, and then like also like, oh man, like be aligned in champ sports and stuff with like one of the most iconic figures in sports ever was Allen Iverson. And like this is really cool to be like, man, I kind of like branching off and doing that same thing in pro wrestling and all elite wrestling.
Right on, man. Talk to us about your music real quick. You just had a new album drop, correct?
Yeah, back in this past summer.
That's right.
Yeah, me and Flash Garments did a collab album under my artist name, Swerve the Realist.
Right.
And it's Swerve the Realist, Flash Garments, Motion Sickness.
Right on.
And the whole album is hosted by legendary DJ Who Kid. If you want to know who DJ Who Kid is, that's the man that's did all the mixtapes for Eminem and 50 Cent.
Oh my gosh.
Beef between him and Ja Rule.
Right.
So he was in the middle of that. I had him on my podcast. He told a bunch of stories about that. Walking around with bulletproof vests on and all that stuff.
Yeah,
so it's crazy.
I can only imagine.
He's the one that dropped the push-ups mixed disc by Drake as well this year.
Right on.
So Who Kid is the one that brought me out at Wembley Stadium.
Oh, yeah.
The last 2 years, actually.
Yeah.
So Who Kid's a great friend of mine, does the hot boxing with Mike Tyson podcast and all that stuff. So
right on, man.
Him hosting that mixtape and that album together, collab, was incredible. So put a lot of work in it. And we did like 5 of the songs with me and Flash in my house that night.
Wow.
So
recording's come a long way, right?
Yeah. And also learning the process of actually putting it together like that, and like learning the process, like the right way to do certain things with Flash. He taught me so much. So this album is like awesome. We also toured a lot of the songs live with Fozzy this past year.
Yeah, I was just going to mention that. And I love your Rage Against the Machine cover, man. That's awesome.
Thank you. Appreciate it. That's just a little fun thing for the fans to send them home happy. Yeah. Just like some like a little collab between me and him. And it's honestly a dream come true doing that with Jericho and Fozzy.
Yeah,
you know, those guys they literally set the table and like blew it up to something bigger, being wrestler / musician /
slash
multimedia
whatever,
man. So like I always admire Jericho for that on top of his pro wrestling. So to be able to share a stage with them is incredible.
Awesome. Well, thank you for your time, man. I very much appreciate it.